This broadcast is for April 17, 2026, Japan time. Welcome to Samurai MLB Talk. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is a place where we explore the essence of humanity through the lens of baseball, through the way we watch the game, the spirit behind it, and the philosophy it reflects from a uniquely Japanese perspective. To our viewers in the English-speaking world, I truly hope you'll enjoy this dialogue about human nature as seen through the game of baseball. Your support means more than I can say. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Part 1, Highlights of Japanese Athletes on April 17, 2026, Japan time. Kazuma Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays started at first base, batting 6th, in the game against the Milwaukee Brewers. The team suffered a 1-2 defeat. Kazuma Okamoto went hitless. Although he performed solidly in the field, marking his first appearance as a first baseman since moving to MLB, the concern lies in his batting. He is struggling to showcase his true hitting ability. Looking at his 2 groundouts, it felt as though he was being forced into weak contact. The content of his at-bats is far from his original form, and it is frustrating to watch. No doubt, he is the one feeling the most regret. Even that Shohei Ohtani struggled with his hitting immediately after his move to MLB. Shohei Ohtani is a two-way player, a unicorn who delivers elite performances as both a hitter and a pitcher. Furthermore, Shohei Ohtani's hitting power is at the world's highest level. Having cleared 50 home runs for 2 consecutive years, there are high expectations for him to surpass the 50 home run mark again this year. Yet, even a unicorn like Shohei Ohtani faced difficulties with hitting when he first arrived in MLB. Much like Kazuma Okamoto now, he was unable to produce the results or utilize his own batting sense as he desired. However, Ohtani significantly overhauled the batting form he had used during his time with the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Immediately after his MLB move, he used a form where he lifted his leg to take his timing. But he soon refined it into a batting form where he keeps his heel up to find his timing. At that moment, Shohei Ohtani began to fully demonstrate his inherent batting sense in MLB, growing into the slugger known by fans all over the world today. Regarding Kazuma Okamoto, while his batting style in Japan was wonderful, he will likely need to refine his approach to enjoy a long, successful career in MLB. With his current way of hitting, he is simply repeating the same pattern. From the results seen so far, I feel it is time for him to make an adjustment. Changing one's batting form is a major decision that dictates the future of a baseball career, but as things stand, the team's expectations for Okamoto will only continue to decline. He is not that kind of player. He possesses the qualities of a great hitter who can save the team with his bat. I believe it is urgent for Okamoto to find and master a batting form that can unlock that talent. Currently, the Blue Jays are still treating Okamoto with patience. However, if results do not follow, there is a possibility he could be removed from the starting lineup in the future. I want him to approach the next game with that sense of urgency. I am not saying he must become as great as Shohei Ohtani. I simply strongly hope that he trains himself to fully unleash the power he truly possesses. Munetaka Murakami of the Chicago White Sox started at first base, batting 3rd, against the Tampa Bay Rays. The team lost the game 3-5. Munetaka Murakami went 0 for 4. While his line drive to center field in his first at-bat was a good piece of hitting despite being an out, all his subsequent at-bats resulted in strikeouts. While a called strikeout is sometimes unavoidable, a swinging strikeout causes concern. It is not ideal to swing thinking you can hit the ball and yet fail to make contact. I have high expectations for Munetaka Murakami as the next Ohtani. Because of this, I want him to improve his contact rate. I mentioned that called strikeouts are acceptable because they are linked to his characteristic ability to draw walks. His walk rate is at a staggering level, ranking within the top 2% of all major league players. This shows just how many walks he is able to earn. This is a wonderful trait. All that remains is to increase his contact rate when he decides to swing in the batter's box. By reducing his swinging strikeouts, his potential to become the next Ohtani will naturally become a reality. Although his hitless games stand out, a feature of Munetaka Murakami is that he gains something from every single game. In today's game, he had no hits and no walks. However, with that line drive to center field, he showed a quality of contact that gives us hope for the next game. I look forward to Munetaka Murakami's performance in the upcoming matchup. Part 2, Roki Sasaki's future path. Conversations regarding Roki Sasaki never cease. That alone is proof of just how incredible a pitcher he is. However, he has yet to perform as well as expected. Even so, the Los Angeles Dodgers' policy is that it is preferable to develop Roki Sasaki on a major league mound. I am in complete agreement with that. Depending on the pitcher, some should be raised in the minors. In the case of Roki Sasaki, it is about gaining experience and getting used to the MLB environment. That is more important than anything else. However, there is a time limit. In late May, Blake Snell is expected to return. When Blake Snell returns, one person will have to drop out of the starting rotation. Without a doubt, that will be Roki Sasaki. That cannot be helped. However, even if he leaves the rotation, why not have him stay with the team as a middle reliever or a closer to experience as many mound situations as possible? He personally wants to succeed as a starter, and that desire should be respected. But above all, whether one is a starter or a reliever, the requirement is to shut down the opposing batters. It is about pitching in a way that contributes to the team's victory. That does not change, whether you are starting or coming out of the bullpen. If Blake Snell returns in late May, they should use Roki Sasaki in middle relief or as a closer. He could even share the closer role with Edwin Diaz, alternating between them. He could take the mound many times as a setup man. Regardless, I believe that Roki Sasaki will improve by gaining more experience on the field. In fact, his performances have been getting slightly better with each start he makes. Through this accumulation of experience, he will surely find success step by step. There are media outlets reporting Blake Snell's return as the end of Roki Sasaki, but that is absolutely not the case. Rather, there is even a possibility that the number of times he takes the mound will increase in a relief or closing capacity. If that happens, his opportunities for growth will increase, which is even better. There are only bright signs for Roki Sasaki. He will only continue to grow. Part 3, the two-way style is Shohei Ohtani's lifeline. Shohei Ohtani, in a recent game against the New York Mets, appeared exclusively as a pitcher and delivered a superb performance, allowing only one run over 6 innings. After seeing that performance, some people have argued that he should focus solely on pitching. There are opinions stating that if he wants to aim for the Cy Young Award, it would be wise to concentrate on pitching and refrain from appearing as a hitter. Certainly, that might be true. Regarding hitting titles, Shohei Ohtani has already earned many. All that remains is perhaps the Triple Crown. Even that is just a matter of time. While Shohei Ohtani likely has a strong awareness of hitting titles, I believe his desire to win titles as a pitcher is even stronger. Originally, after graduating from high school, he planned to sign a minor league contract with the Dodgers and begin his professional career in America. At that time, of course, it was not as a two-way player. As a pitcher, he dreamed of signing with the Dodgers and becoming the best player in the world. Later, he met the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters and Hideki Kuriyama, who proposed that he play both as a hitter and a pitcher in the world of professional baseball. Shohei Ohtani then changed his original plan of starting his career in America straight out of high school. He joined the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters, and his professional career began as a two-way player. His subsequent success is so well known that it needs no further explanation here. However, one debate always surrounds him. Should Ohtani focus on being a hitter? Ohtani should thrive as a pitcher. He should narrow it down to either hitting or pitching. The same phenomenon that occurred during his NPB days is happening in MLB today. A controversy erupts over whether he should limit his play style to just one role. However, regarding Shohei Ohtani, I do not believe he will ever be fixed as just a hitter or just a pitcher. As he ages, it may become necessary to choose one path to survive. But that is a story for when Shohei Ohtani is much older, when he can no longer perform as a two-way player as he wishes. At this moment, it is impossible for him to choose just one. The lifeline for him as a player lies in being two-way. He has stayed true to the two-way style throughout his life as a baseball player. The dream he had in high school of being the best player in the world was a goal he set as a pitcher. Even Ohtani himself did not think it was possible to be both a hitter and a pitcher in the professional world. However, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters and his manager at the time, his mentor Hideki Kuriyama, encouraged Shohei Ohtani to do both. For the high school version of Shohei Ohtani, who dreamed of being the world's best pitcher in MLB, I imagine this was the greatest surprise possible. I believe Shohei Ohtani's hitting sense is on the same level as Ichiro. If you told him he could focus solely on hitting for singles throughout the season, he would undoubtedly break the record for the most hits in a season. However, what is demanded of Shohei Ohtani is not just hits. It is home runs. He knows this. He understands it. As he occasionally comments that the hallmark of his hitting is extra base hits, his charm as a hitter lies in his ability to hit home runs. While thriving as a hitter with his talent as a slugger, as a pitcher, he dominates the mound with a 100 miles per hour 160 kilometers per hour fastball, a sweeper that curves like a racing car drifting, and a splitter that disappears as quickly as a ninja hiding in the shadows. It is only with both hitting and pitching that he is truly Shohei Ohtani. Asking him to choose one is like demanding he throw away half of his essence. There is no way Shohei Ohtani would accept such a request. He personally has a commitment to the two-way style that is stronger than anyone else's. Even during his NPB days and after moving to MLB, many people dismissed the idea of him playing as a two-way player as impossible. He was mocked. He was criticized. Whenever someone tries a new endeavor, the people around them tend to deny it. Shohei Ohtani silenced those denials by producing results. He established the two-way form, and now fans all over the world understand and respect him as the two-way player. You cannot take away either hitting or pitching from Shohei Ohtani. He is Shohei Ohtani precisely because he is a two-way player. The topic of choosing one or the other is nonsense. It is a completely meaningless discussion. I believe that this season, Shohei Ohtani strongly intends to maintain his past hitting stats while delivering a pitching performance that rivals his achievements as a hitter. This is his first two-way season since his time with the Angels. Furthermore, last year, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was a sensation in both the regular season and the postseason, winning the World Series MVP. Additionally, in the WBC this past spring, the team was eliminated in the quarterfinals. He did not appear as a pitcher in that WBC. With various conditions falling into place, I believe Shohei Ohtani will naturally thrive as a hitter this season, but in addition to that, he will likely possess the drive to showcase his greatest pitching performance ever. This is his first time since the Angels to start a season as a two-way player for the Dodgers from opening day. The inspiration from Yoshinobu Yamamoto last year. The defeat in the WBC. These factors will surely manifest as a significant positive in Shohei Ohtani's two-way performance this season. The proof was in the incredible pitching he showed the other day. Even that pitching felt like it was only at 70% to 80% of his full potential. It will get even better. He will pitch even more incredibly. This year, Shohei Ohtani's performance as a hitter, and his performance as a pitcher, will far exceed our imaginations. The unicorn of this year is about to go into full engine mode from here on out. That is all for today. Thank you very much.